Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn about the feature called Payment Reconciliation Journal. Okay, as you can see right now I have opened up one Excel in which I have manually added these three lines. If you see that let's say let's consider this document a bank statement. Okay, this is the real bank statement which you receive from your bank, where on 30th of April 2021 there were three transactions which made into this bank account. Okay, for example, this first line is based on one of the vendor invoice, so that is why you could see that minus sign is there. Okay, and the second line is for the customer payment against this particular invoice, and because it is a payment, that is why it is in a positive side that my bank actually gets the money from this customer for this invoice. Okay, and this is a regular bank deposit of 10,000. So now this is the bank statement which you receive from your bank. Now if I open up the Business Central, here you can see that currently uh, there are one provision that I could directly open the general journal and input all these entries manually in the system and post it so that I could get all the transactions which are the part of my bank uh, automatically become a manually become a part of the Business Central. Okay, but if you don't want to do this manual stuff, then we have a concept of payment reconciliation journal. When you type here, you will find this link. Click here. So basically, this process helps us to not only fetch out all the payments which I got in my bank account or which I'm paying to the vendor, all the transactions which are the part of my bank account, automatically those entries will reflect here, and I just have to map it to my regular invoice against which I'm paying someone or I'm getting the payment. Okay, system will not only update the lines of your bank statement here, but also allows you to apply those payments with your regular invoices and post from here directly. Okay, so this screen actually helps uh, in posting the payments, applying the payments against your invoices, and also reconciliation of your bank statement with your Business Central. Okay, so it actually does three types of work for you. And with this option, there is no need of a bank account reconciliation even. Because if you do it wisely on day-to-day basis, then your system, your Business Central will always be in sync with your bank account. Okay, so there are three ways through which you could directly import your bank statement transactions here in this screen. So the first option is the AMC banking. Okay, AMC banking. So if I click here, here you will find this is one of the third party service where you must have to create a account and also select your particular bank against which you want that Business Center should automatically understand your bank format and import the transactions into the payment reconciliation journal screen, right? Because each bank is having different types of statement format, and it is not easy for an individual or for the system to identify the different kind of format and automatically import them in the system. All right. So just to avoid that hassle, we have this AMC banking setup where I just have to select my bank, and this third party service will handle that format and automatically import that transaction into my screen of payment reconciliation journal. Right. But let's say if your bank does not come under this list, because there could be a possibility this service is not supporting all the banks worldwide because there are huge banks, so although they are updating it on the regular basis. But if it is not, if you do not find your bank account here in this list, then also you don't need to worry, no need to worry. We have one more provision in the business central, especially like for uh, business central US localization. We have one service called Envest Yodlee kind of thing. Okay, right now I'm not being able to show you up here because I don't have that uh, US localization in my system. I'm using the AU version, so that's why this service is not available. Okay, but if you are a you belongs to certain country, certain localization where this Envest Yodlee bank import statement format kind of service available, then you should use that. And the use of this service is that you can connect your net banking, your online banking with this service, so that this service could fetch out all your bank transactions from your online banking account and reflect those entries here. Okay, so although this service almost supports all the banks, but then also we have one condition where might be possible that this service don't accept certain banks, or because one more disadvantage is that this service is not available for all the localizations, different localizations. For example, it is not available in AU version. So in that condition, what you can do? So to avoid that and to do the things automatically and to consume the whole functionality of this screen, we have one more feature where I could guide my Business Central uh, as per my bank statement format. So for that, what you need to do is you need to open the assisted setup wizard. And before that, now you must have to design your format, like whatever bank statement format you receive from your bank. You just have to check that whatever format it is, I should have to apply the same format in my Business Central. Okay, so this is the work which we have to do. So for example, open the assisted setup, and here you will find one feature called set up a bank statement file import format. Click on it, and now it will give you some screens, so you we have to work accordingly. Just click on next first, and here let me close this. Okay, you have to click on this link, upload a bank statement file. So whatever bank statement file you got from your bank, you have to upload it here. So I'll upload it. Okay, and as you can see, it says that bank statement file successfully uploaded. Now click on next. Do not check this because it says that you want to define your layout by yourself. But because I have already uploaded my file, so system is intelligent enough to identify all the columns in your Excel and give it to you that okay, this is what I found. So for example, here it found these number of things from your Excel. So system understand that first line is the header line which I can skip. So that's why it says here that the first line, line number one, I have to skip, right? And the rest of the lines and the rest of the entries are like this, right? S number is 123, date is 30th of April, description is something like this, amount is something like this. If you find that, okay, this is everything in a correct format, click on next. Then see, column separator. You have to tell the system that how your columns are separated from each other. So as I can see that because it is a CSV format, guys, when you are getting the format, when you are getting the statement from your bank, it is your responsibility. If they are not sending in a CSV format, you have to save that statement in a CSV format. Okay, so that all the columns are comma separated. Okay, so that's why it is here that it is comma separated. If it is semicolon separated, then also there is an option that you can select. But my data is comma separated, so I'm selecting this option. Then column count is 4. I have total 4 columns here, so system very correctly mentioned the 4 count here. So whatever number of columns you have in the screen, system will show you that number here. Then the line separator. So for example, after this first line, how system will identify that now line breaks here and I have to move to the second line. So for that we have the concept of CRLF. CRLF means carriage return line feed. So this means that when a system reach here to go to the next line, first of all, system place your cursor on the first line and the first character, then simply uh, for the line feed system put one cursor down so that system directly reach to the first position of the second line. Okay, this is the use of this CRLF, guys. Okay, now click on next, and now it says that date column number is 2. If you find that number is not correct, the date column number is something else, you can always update it, but this will not be an issue. System will definitely give you the right number against each of your column. So for example, my date column number in my statement was 2. So yeah, it is correct, and this is how it looks. The amount column number is also something like 4. So yes, my column number is 4 and it has this amount, and my description column number is 3 in my statement format. So that's why it is suggesting me the correct number. Okay, if everything is right, click on next. Now, in the date format, you have to specifically mention the exact date format which you are following in your business central. If you do not input the correct format, for example, you are following M-DD-YYYY. Okay, but in this screen you input mm, then at the time of using that payment reconciliation screen, system will give you an error because the date format is not correct. So you have to input the date format wisely. Whatever date format you are following in your business center, you have to mention that thing. Now for the decimal separator, because I am using decimal separator as dot, so I have to select this part. Once it is done, click on next, and now it is saying that if you want to test your format, you can have a view that this kind of look you will find here. Once it is done, click on next, and that's it. Now this is your new format code against your particular bank. So you can select your bank from here. Okay, so this is something which you can select always. Select your bank, click on OK, and that's it. That's how you can configure each of your different bank with different bank statement format in the Business Central. I already did that, so I don't complete that, and let me exit it. Now I'll show you my bank account. If I go to the bank account and open my bank name as test, so you will find the bank statement import format with this value. System automatically added this line and set up everything accordingly, which we did in the last step. Okay, so you have to make sure that bank statement file import format field must have that value which you set up in the previous step. Okay, now once it is done, open your payment reconciliation journal. And by the way, because we are configuring the system as per our own different formats, so this time you have to click on process and select import bank transactions. Okay, now select your bank and click on OK, and click on choose now, and now you have to select your Excel. Once you select your Excel, system will start reading all the entries available in your Excel, and not only system create those entries, but it also applies all of the entries against your particular invoices. Okay, automatically. Click on OK, and now you will see that this invoice this payment which I because see this transaction date, transaction text, and the transaction amount. These three columns were the part of my bank statement. So system created these thing as it is, but in the applied amount, you find that system also inputs something, the exact amount. Why? Because of the invoice number which I mentioned in my transaction text, system identifies that okay, this number matches exactly with my available open invoice document number in the vendor ledger. So system automatically applies that invoice of my vendor against this payment. Okay. And that's why you are seeing the value that document number is this, invoice number is this, and amount is this, and this is the payment you are giving to this vendor called Fabricam Incorporation. This is done automatically, right? And this is also done why? Because we have payment application rules. Uh, Payment application rules. Okay, so these are the standard rules which are already available for your Business Central, where system checks on the basis of the priority, on the basis of the vendor number, on the basis of your document number, on the basis of the amount, on the basis of how much the payment amount which are available in your bank map with the exact amount of your invoice available in the vendor ledger or available in the customer ledger. So I suggest you do not touch anything. It is already highly like designed in a correct format. So you have to keep it as it is. And on the basis of that only, system identifies and applied your bank entries amount with your available open invoices, if it is of vendor, if it is of customer. So for example, the first one is vendor. So system identified that this invoice belongs to this particular vendor, okay, and it matches with the document number, it matches with the amount, and that's why it applied the complete amount of your transaction. For the second line, it also checks, compares your transaction text document number with the available document number in the customer ledger, and then it matches that okay, this document number belongs to this customer, so that is why it is a payment for me. Okay, so the right portion is actually your invoices entries available in the Business Central, and the left columns are belongs to the bank statement which you imported. Now, uh, as you can see, for example, this one, bank deposit. How system identify that 10,000 is already applied successfully? How? Because there is nothing which system could easily match that this deposit belongs to which thing. Okay, so the first of all, that because I'm working on my particular bank, so system understand that this transaction first of all belongs to this test bank. But what about the balancing account? Okay, so for that, you can go to the manual application and map text map text to account mapping. And when you open it, you will find that, okay, I have already matched it, that whenever the system find this kind of text, system map that text with this particular GL account. Okay, 2340, right? So that is why you are managed to see that. If I delete it and let's say close and click on yes, and also if I open this part, mm, wait, I think it's still taking something. Yeah, it is automatically, let me map my GL account here as something like this. something this amount, so that now if I click on apply automatically, my lines gets applied successfully. Okay, now let's understand these functions available on this button. So for example, when you click on process, this function is, we have already seen that import bank transaction means that we can import our bank statement file directly on the screen. If you click on apply automatically, for example, if there are entries which are not yet been applied, you can click on this and system automatically tries to apply each of your payment against your invoices. Okay, now if you see the manual application, we have already seen that, for example, if you feel that one of the entries are not correctly applied, or there is some amount showing in the difference, okay, which is not the part of any open invoice, then what you can do, you can select that and click on transfer difference to account. Transfer difference means that whatever value you will find in the difference column, okay, you can transfer that difference to any particular GL account number. So when you click on it, you will, although because right now everything is applied, so you, that's why you're not been able to see anything. But let's say if I could unapply this, okay, now you can see that now this is not applied to any particular thing, because with bank deposit system not being able to understand it on to which in account I should apply this. So when you see this, you will find that difference amount is difference column is having some value. So now you can click on this transfer difference to account and select any particular GL on which you want to post this on the credit side, because this is a bank deposit. You receive amount in your bank, you deposit some amount in your bank, so bank will always be on the debit side. But for the credit side, you have to select one GL on which you want to credit or balance this transaction. So click on OK, and now you can see the difference is gone, and the match confidence is manual because you have manually matched and applied this. Okay, but rest of the things are that match confidence is medium, and medium is also very good, but high should be the thing. Okay, but if it is medium, then you can always click on it that you have to review it. So for example, if I click on 2, you can see that all the information about your payment and on which invoice it is applied against what kind of amount, you can always see that. And if you find that okay, it is good, you click on accept application. Okay, when you click on accept application, now system opens the second payment application for review. You find that everything is right, click on accept application, and that's it. Now you can see the match confidence is accepted. It is very much necessary, guys, because for example, you are reviewing your applications today, but you don't post it. So for example, tomorrow when you again open the screen, you will find all those entries again because it is not posted. So it is your responsibility that you don't do the redundant work on the daily basis. If you find that okay, I yesterday only I accepted these two entries, so I don't need to work on these two entries, I don't need to review these two entries, I have to work on only this one. So open this. It is taking a bit time, although it is manually, because you have manually done this thing, so there is no need for any acceptance, okay, because you have manually applied this thing. You have to accept whatever system applied automatically. You have to give your approval to the system that okay, whatever system applied, it is fine and you are good to go with that. So that is the use of transfer difference to account. And we have already seen that map text to account means that next time, whenever because now see system understand that whenever I input something, whenever system find the mapping text as something bank deposit, system knows that a credit account should be 5120. Okay, so next time you will see that system will not show you the 10,000 or any number against this bank deposit text in the difference column. Okay, now for review, we have already seen that we can accept application, we can remove application right from here if we do not want this application to be go ahead with the posting. We can always do that. If you want to view, for example, there are hundred of lines available and you want to see only the non-applied lines, so you can click on this and system will filter out the non-applied lines for you. Right now in our case, all thing is applied, so there is nothing you can find here. You just click on show all lines and that's it. You got all your lines here. Now, uh, posting. So this is the final step and preview posting button previously till BC19 it was not available. It is a part of the BC20 only. So for example, before posting, you can always click on it and identifies all your transactions are good enough or good to go or not. So for example, let's click on bank account ledger entry and here you will see that three payment entries are posted, out of which one is on the credit side, that payment is I'm paying to my vendor, and one is thing is that I'm getting the payment from the customer, and another thing is the bank deposit which I'm depositing to my bank. Okay, so if you see the GL also, you can always have a view that uh, how system identifies and how system making a or handling the credit debit type of thing. Okay, so if you find everything is good enough, then you can click on post. Now you have two options. Either you select post payment and reconcile the bank account, or you can just click on post payment. So if you click on this, so system will post the payment, system will apply your invoices with these payments, but system will not close your bank account ledger entries. And you have to manually at the month end create a bank account reconciliation document and close all those open bank account ledger entries of which are which become a part after posting these payments. Okay, but if you select this, system will do three things. System will post the payment, system will apply the invoices, and system will also close the payment entries which will become a part of your bank account ledger entry, so that there is no need to reconcile these entries again and again, because you have already worked hard, you have already applied everything, you have already manually reviewed everything, and that's it. Now you don't need to do the same set of steps or same stuff altogether in the bank account reconciliation screen. So my recommendation is that you have to select this thing and click here. Okay, so now it is asking that what was the balance last statement. Because it is my new bank, so I don't need to input anything. There was nothing. Zero balance was there in the last statement. There was no ending balance last there. Okay, so this is the total balance which will get posted here. So select the let's say today. No. I have to post my. I have to select my current work date. So okay, this is the date on which I want to post this reconciliation. Click on OK. Okay, statement ending balance is not equals to total balance. Yes. So let me click on it. I forgot that. Yes, statement ending balance should be 8406.75. Right. Click on OK, and that's it. All gone. If you now see your bank, you will find all these entries of payment available. But now in the open checkbox, you will find everything is unchecked. That means everything is successfully reconciled. And next time when you try to reconcile this bank via bank account reconciliation, you will not find these entries in that screen. Okay, so that is the purpose. And of course, if you go to your customer, if you go to your vendor, for example, if I open this customer, and if I see that whether my invoice gets successfully applied or not, I can always have a view and see that everything went into a right direction. Okay, so Business Central, come on, open up. It's taking a bit time. Yes, so that was my customer. I open this and till the time it opens. Yes. So if I have to, okay, it's not this, but uh, show more. I have to go to the customer ledger entries, and here you can see that this was the invoice. Okay, and if I select this invoice and click on applied entries, you will find my payment, that this invoice applied against this payment. And that is why now this payment and this invoice is successfully applied, and these are not open now, right? These are not open now. So this is the use of the payment reconciliation journal screen, and we can easily handle all our application part, all our payment part, all our bank account reconciliation part. So I hope guys you have now at least got an understanding of the how we can use the payment reconciliation journal in the Business Central. If you like this, I request you to please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.